Hello, welcome to the next episode. We're gonna continue with our Ishida opening. We're gonna follow this book, which vaguely translates to Understand, Win, Ishida style. If you are interested in buying this PDF version, as I explained in previous videos, I'm gonna give the link in the description. Yeah, but today we're gonna enter the first main chapter, which is gonna be about Ishida Rapid Game. What I like about this book is it's gonna show us like different possible lines, but it's not gonna overcomplicate it, just show you the important sequences. We will start with the most violent and basic variation that you need to know how to counter in Ishida opening. This is a very famous line, everybody knows it, so listen closely. So we start with opening our bishop line, and then they open the bishop, and then we play pawn 7-5. As you can see, many arrows appeared on the board. There's many ideas that static rook can do in this position, but the book is going to concentrate on only two of them, which is this pawn push and this bishop exchange. And I think it's fair, those are the two main variations, so let's start with those, yeah? Today we will start with pawn 8-4, which is gonna lead to open Ishida shape with previously mentioned pawn 7-5. So we're gonna move the rook to the third file. They're gonna push the rook pawn again. And here we again have few options. We can go very aggressive, push the 7-4 pawn, but this is gonna put our rook in vulnerable position. Rook 7-6 is a floating rook, also putting our rook in a little bit tricky position. So what the book recommends, and what I personally recommend, is to move the king and castle first. There is a thing that you should be careful about before that, which is the fact that your enemy might try to exchange the bishops before pushing the pawn. Yeah, after you move the rook, it means you stop protecting this pawn, which means they can drop the bishop and de facto fork those two pawns. But nothing to worry. We have a proper defense here, which is bishop drop 7-6. This is something you should know, yeah? So, yeah, they can promote, but then we also can promote, and our promotion is little better. We threaten to take the knight, and if they protect, we take 2 pawns when they took only 1. So this is like the basic line here. Here, of course, there's another variation, but the idea is basically you have a good fight from here. So remember that after bishop 4-5, you have bishop 7-6. Please notice that the king isn't moved yet. This is the main point here. Alright, so here we go, back to the main variation where we said we're gonna castle. They move the silver first, then they move the king. And in this moment, those both weaknesses that we talked about are covered by the king, yeah? So no further bishop drops are possible, nothing to worry about anymore. We castle, they castle, and we finish the half-mino castle. Now we're gonna start talking about the first opening trap. If you guys watched my previous videos, we talked that for static rook, exchanging the rook pawn is very beneficial, and that's the main question here, yeah? What happens if they try to exchange that rook pawn? If it's simply beneficial to them, it would be boring to us, so we have to find out how it goes, right? And this will lead to that famous line that I mentioned. We have to take it because they're threatening to create a tokin, and they will retake with the rook. In this point in time, we're gonna exchange the bishops. They're gonna retake with this silver. If the king takes, we have a bishop drop forking the rook and the king, right? And here the crucial move that you have to know as a swinging rook player is rook 8-8. We are allowing them to exchange the rooks, right? And the idea here is that it benefits us. As our camp is more secure, they have no space to drop their rook into, right? All the squares are protected or blocked by pieces. And this square over here is not protected, so we kind of have a little bit of advantage here. Also this square, yeah, if they were to protect here, the other square is open as well. Yeah, so they don't wanna exchange the rook. That's the first idea here. They're gonna block the rook exchange with pawn drop. And we're gonna move the rook to a little weird square, which is 9-8. The idea is that we want to protect their lance. If they do nothing, our target will be to move the gold up, redrop the pawn, and once more offer the rook exchange. As we said, this benefits us, right? So that plan is very clear. They have to do something, and their idea will be to go very aggressive. Bishop drop 8-8. And you know, it looks a little bit pitiful, because if we take, they take, and our rook dies, so they got a free silver, and the rook can enter our camp. That wouldn't be good. So we have to know what to do in this situation. The standard move is gold 7-8. And the idea behind this, that if they just make a horse, we can exchange the horse because the bishop forks both the rook and the horse. Yeah, if they take, we take it with the gold. And then we can, let's say, regain control over this file. Yeah, block off the rook, take it, bring the rook back, stuff like that. So this would be clear fail for static rook. Therefore, they have to again be very aggressive and take another piece, try to break in, lower the number of defenders, drop their own silver. Again, this looks a little bit sad. If we ever move this gold, the silver just goes here, right? Again, they're able to make a lock-in. So another crucial move that we have to know in this position will be bishop 5-5. But Karo-sensei, they can take the gold for free. Yes, we allow them to, because we have another bishop drop. And this is actually winning for Sente, for a simple reason of, if the rook escapes, we start attacking the king severely, and they cannot do much about it. Yeah, our king, please notice, yeah, our king is like so far away from the attack. Their king is under attack immediately. This is also a wall of pieces. They won't be able to escape to that side of the board. So it's a pretty winning situation for Sente. Now, I was personally interested what happens if this is a little bit outside of the book. This line ends here in the book. But I was interested what happens if they like give us the rook and then they take our other rook, right? So just additional line you might be interested in. If they fork our pieces here, we're gonna take the silver. And let's say they drop the rook, yeah, forking our bishop and knight. We can then protect them both with a rook drop. Drop again, bishop goes back. And this is perhaps a middle game understanding. If you calculate the pieces, we have a bishop advantage. Yeah, we have two bishops and a rook. They have only one rook. On top of that, they have no pawns in hand. So just by this situation, it's a very pitiful situation for Gothic. So if you're Ishida player, please get to know this variation very well. Get your confidence so that if your opponent tries to, if they exchange this rook pawn, just destroy them completely by, opposing the rooks. And then playing beautifully the counter, bishop 5-5. I hope you liked it. In the next video, we're gonna talk about more careful response of Goten. So just to give you some preview, this is the most aggressive variation for static rook. Next one will be more pressure oriented. Ishida style has to deal with a lot of pressure. It's about those generals slowly creeping up closer to our floating rook. It's gonna be more of this kind of variation. It is also gonna be a very important way of playing or thinking for Ishida players, so don't forget to check it out. And I will see you there, but for now, bye bye!